Have you ever looked out of an airplane window at 35,000 feet and wondered how a machine made of metal and fuel can carry human ambition across continents while staying connected to the world below? In that silent moment above the clouds, where cities shrink into patterns of light and oceans stretch endlessly beneath you, something extraordinary is happening beyond what your eyes can see. Invisible signals are traveling through space at unimaginable speeds, linking that aircraft to a constellation of satellites orbiting Earth. This is not just technology, it is proof that human imagination refuses to accept limits. Starlink for aviation represents a bold shift in how we think about distance, connectivity, and possibility. Instead of relying on outdated systems that struggled with slow speeds and patchy coverage, aircraft today can tap into a network designed for speed, precision, and global reach. At cruising altitude, satellites continuously track aircraft using advanced phased array antennas that automatically adjust their beams in real time, locking onto a moving plane that travels hundreds of miles per hour. The connection is seamless because innovation demands it to be. The dream of uninterrupted communication in the sky once sounded unrealistic, yet here we are, watching that dream unfold in real time. This is the mindset that has defined modern pioneers like Elon Musk, a mindset that refuses to see obstacles as permanent. When most people look at the sky, they see emptiness. Visionaries see infrastructure waiting to be built. Aviation connectivity is more than faster streaming or clearer video calls. It symbolizes humanity's decision to remain connected, informed, and empowered, no matter how high we rise. Older in-flight Wi-Fi systems relied heavily on ground towers or distant geostationary satellites positioned far above Earth, creating high latency and frustratingly slow connections. Passengers would wait for pages to load, emails to send, and videos to buffer, reminded that technology still had limits. But low Earth orbit satellites changed the equation by reducing latency and increasing bandwidth, allowing real-time communication even while crossing oceans. This transformation teaches a powerful lesson about progress. When something does not work well enough, you do not accept it as final. You redesign it. You reimagine it. You push it further. The same principle applies to your life. If your goals feel distant, if your ambitions seem too high, remember that altitude does not weaken connection when the system is built correctly. Just as satellites track aircraft through complex algorithms and constant adjustment, your dreams require constant calibration and relentless focus. Progress happens when bold ideas meet disciplined execution. The aircraft in the sky is not just a machine. It is a metaphor for every individual striving to rise above limitations. And the network surrounding it is a reminder that with the right vision, even the vastness of the sky becomes a pathway rather than a barrier. As that aircraft continues its journey across the horizon, something deeper unfolds beneath the surface of innovation, something that challenges the way we think about progress itself. For decades, in-flight internet was treated as a luxury, a small convenience rather than a necessity, and passengers accepted its flaws because they believed that was simply the cost of being thousands of feet above the ground. Traditional systems depended on ground-based towers that transmitted signals upward, forcing planes to hop from one tower to another as they crossed land. And once the aircraft moved over oceans, connectivity weakened or disappeared entirely. Geostationary satellites offered broader coverage, but because they orbited so far from Earth, the signal had to travel vast distances, creating delays that slowed communication and limited performance. It was a system built on compromise. But every breakthrough begins when someone questions the compromise and asks a dangerous question. What if this is not good enough? Low Earth orbit satellite networks redefine the rules by positioning satellites much closer to the planet, dramatically reducing latency and increasing responsiveness. These satellites do not remain fixed in one spot. They move rapidly across the sky, forming a dynamic mesh that hands off connections seamlessly as aircraft travel at high speeds. Phased array antennas installed on planes automatically adjust their orientation, tracking satellites in motion without interruption. This is precision at its finest, a dance between machine and mathematics unfolding miles above the Earth. And yet, the true lesson is not just technical. The true lesson is philosophical. Progress demands dissatisfaction with the ordinary. It demands the courage to challenge systems that appear stable but are fundamentally limited. In the middle of this technological revolution lies a deeper suspense, because innovation is never guaranteed to succeed. Every launch carries risk. Every satellite deployment requires coordination, engineering excellence, and unwavering belief. Imagine investing years of research, billions of dollars, and relentless effort into a vision that critics dismiss as unrealistic. Imagine watching rockets ascend into the sky, knowing that failure is possible, that setbacks could happen, that the world is waiting to judge the outcome. This is where vision separates from comfort. Elon Musk has often emphasized that meaningful progress requires stepping into uncertainty, and that philosophy echoes through the evolution of aviation connectivity. The suspense does not disappear. It becomes fuel. Each successful deployment strengthens the network. Each improvement enhances stability, and each innovation pushes humanity closer to seamless global communication. But the deeper question remains: what happens when we stop accepting limitations in our own lives? What happens when we refuse to tolerate outdated systems in our thinking, in our habits, in our ambitions? Just as aviation moved from slow, unreliable connections to high-speed satellite networks, individuals can transition from doubt to clarity, from hesitation to action. The aircraft soaring across continents becomes a symbol of resilience, guided by invisible systems that function because someone dared to redesign the blueprint. And in that moment, suspended between Earth and space, we are reminded that progress is not accidental, it is intentional. It is built through risk, through discipline, and through the relentless pursuit of something better than what existed before. Now imagine the future unfolding from that altitude, not as a distant fantasy, but as an inevitable outcome of courage combined with innovation. Picture a world where every flight, whether crossing a continent or an ocean, remains seamlessly connected to the pulse of humanity below. Business leaders finalize global decisions in real time. Students attend virtual classes above the clouds. Doctors consult across borders, and families share meaningful moments without interruption, all while traveling at hundreds of miles per hour. This is not merely about faster internet on airplanes. It is about redefining what distance means in the modern age. When satellites in low Earth orbit coordinate flawlessly with advanced aircraft antennas, they eliminate the invisible walls that once separated the sky from the digital world. That transformation carries a deeper message about human potential. We were never meant to be confined by geography, by outdated systems, or by fear of complexity. The same spirit that builds a constellation of satellites capable of tracking a rapidly moving aircraft at cruising altitude is the spirit that pushes individuals to pursue bold dreams others consider unrealistic. It is the spirit of continuous improvement, of refusing to settle, of believing that the future can be engineered through relentless effort. Elon Musk has often embodied this philosophy by encouraging people to think beyond conventional limits and to approach problems from first principles, questioning assumptions until new solutions emerge. In aviation, that mindset replaced slow, inconsistent, in-flight Wi-Fi with a system designed for speed, resilience, and global reach. In life, that same mindset replaces hesitation with determination. The aircraft flying high above the Earth becomes more than transportation. It becomes a reminder that elevation is possible when systems are aligned with vision. Suspense gives way to clarity when preparation meets opportunity. The once unreliable signal becomes a steady stream of information, and the once distant future becomes present reality. The message is clear. Innovation rewards those who dare to challenge comfort zones. When you look at the sky now, you are not simply seeing clouds or open space. You are witnessing a network of human ambition operating in harmony. Every satellite represents persistence. Every successful connection represents disciplined engineering. Every connected passenger represents the triumph of refusing to accept limitations. And just as aviation connectivity evolved through bold thinking and calculated risk, your own growth depends on your willingness to upgrade your internal systems, to question routines that slow you down, and to pursue goals with unwavering focus. The sky is no longer the limit, because the limit was never the sky. It was belief. As connected air travel becomes the new standard, it quietly teaches us that progress begins with imagination and becomes reality through action. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.